would like to show you a picture of my grandfather, which I will do my speech on. I would like to share with you the life of my grandfather through my eyes. Milton Earl Durrell was born on October 8th of 1921. He was born and raised on his farm, his parents' farm near Green Ridge, Missouri. At the age of 19, he was drafted into the military or into the army to serve in World War II. He served in the Army Engineers Department from 1942 to 1946. During his service, he received 6 Bronze Stars. Although he never really spoke of this or his service, we could always tell that he was very proud, which he should be, considering that he received the 6 Bronze Stars. After his service in the Army, he married my grandmother, Mildred Louise Call. This leads me to why I would like to speak about my grandfather and why he was such an important role model to me and my family, and why he meant so much to us. He was married to my grandmother for 56 years. During this 56 years, they had 4 children. Charlotte, which was the oldest, Alan, which was my father, Randy, and Rusty, which is the youngest. In addition to my grandfather being a very family-oriented man, he also was an avid sportsman. He did everything from rifle hunting, deer and turkey, to bow hunting, to fishing, which was one of his favorites. He could not stay in the house for very long without doing one of his favorite things. He proceeded to do all of these things until he finally passed away at the age of 81. I would like to share some of my memories of him and the time that we spent together before he passed away. Although he was a hardworking man, he always made time for himself. He made sure, even with 4 kids, that he made time for himself, but he also could provide for everything that him and his family needed. He was always a big hunter, but one of his loves was fishing. I can remember from as little as me being 4, him taking me to Truman Lake and spending the day fishing and going swimming and doing just whatever. He would just spend the entire day. But keep in mind, he not only would take just one, but many a times he would take me and my sister, Kim, and 2 of our cousins, Jennifer and Corey. We would spend part of the day fishing and part of the day at the beach. He would let us get on his shoulders and jump in the water, and we would just spend hours and hours and hours at the beach. Keep in mind, he had his hands full for sure. He would just take the 4 of us, and our ages only ranged 5 years from oldest to youngest. So he would deal with us all day long. Finally, let me finish with this. For 81 years, Grandpa had a wonderful life. 56 of those years he was married to my grandmother. They had 4 wonderful children. That was his pride and joy. He loved to fish and to hunt, to be outside. He would go for walks on the farm. He was just a outdoorsman. Loved to do anything outside. One of the biggest things that he enjoyed was fishing, and he would spend days and days and hours doing that after he retired. He also loved to make everyone around him happy. It didn't matter. He was always joking, and if he could make you smile, that made his whole day. I can remember even up till the last day he was here, he was in the hospital before he had his heart attack, and at 81 he was constantly giving his nurses a hard time the whole time he was in his room. They had him hooked up to machines, and all you had to do was just look at him and you could just see the life in his eyes. There's not one day that goes by that I don't think of something that he did or said that doesn't make me smile or think just memories that he has left us with. He was very important to our family, still is very important. He's taught us to stay close and that our family is very important and should always stick together. And there's not a time that I don't think of him, and he is missed dearly.